So let's get using content steps. I'm going to do it for one very specific thing, which is just a quick little script for something that I'm doing on a YouTube short or a TikTok or something like that. So I go the short steps, start creating, and then I select a preset profile I've already created for myself. In this case, it's going to be for me, Dante St. James. It's got a bunch of information in there that I've pre-done to give a bit of flavor and a bit of spice to what I'm producing. Then I'll choose from the topics that I've already set aside as the topics that I want to speak about. I can add another one in here myself, but for now, I'm going to do something on public speaking confidence. Let's continue there. And I want to choose my three core values, which are a part of my profile. I can add a different custom value in there if I like, but what I really want to do is add the one for approachability, because that's one that I really think is really valuable for me in this case. Maybe a bit of authenticity as well. So this is, remember, all this stuff is going to color and flavor what you're going to do. So I'm going to provide a brief outline of what I want to share. So public speaking confidence comes from the ability to speak on what you know rather than the things that you don't know. Let's do my spelling there. When you speak about what you know, you have stories already there, and you don't have to pause to make things up. To pause to make things up. Just a little bit of information I want to put in there. I could put in a lot more if I wish to, or I could use the microphone icon there to dictate those words in. Let's continue. Now it's going to say, what is the structure I want to use? I've got a bunch of them in here are taken from a bunch of different, very highly, watched influencers like Alex Hormozy with a hook of value, call to action, or Vanessa Lau, the relatable problem, offering a simple solution, a rewarding result. Jay Shetty, Corporate Natalie, Chris Bumstead, Ali Abdal, Cubby Lame. What I'm going to do is probably the Vanessa Lau one. I really like that. Now, if I want to see an example, it's got some examples here of the kind of scripts that might come up in her style. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to select that one, and then I'm going to continue, and then see how long I want this to go for. Now, being a TikTok, I think about 60 seconds is more than enough. Attention spans on there are not particularly long. Let's generate that short script. This is using the Claude most recent version to generate these scripts, because I think it's just a really good source of English, although I'm very, very keen on Google's Gemini these days. So here's my script. That fear of pausing or making things up on the spot, here's the authentic secret to public speaking confidence. It doesn't come from memorizing a script or trying to be an expert on everything. It comes from speaking about what you generally know, what you've lived, and what you've experienced. This is really good for me. So I'm really happy with that. But if I want to generate another version just for sure, I can do that. And it will do the same kind of combination I did, but I can do now another version of that script based upon the same information I've already inputted, just with a different output that may have a slightly different spin to it, like this. Now, ever felt that familiar dread when it's your turn to speak, worried you just run out of things to say? The pressure to sound like you know absolutely everything about absolutely everything is exhausting, isn't it? This one's actually probably a bit more punchy and hooky that I like, so I probably would use this one. I can use this one in a teleprompter before I read, anything like that. So just a little way you can use content steps just to make life that little bit easier when you're generating content online.